That's hilarious. Hey guys, how's it going? Steven Rosario here, Gameplan Financial. We got Nate Berge up there. Say hello, Nate.
Hello.
Good morning, everybody. It's Cinco de Mayo, the beginning of May. I was reflecting a little bit on the year so far, and just how fast the year is going by, man. It's going by so fast, Nate. Like, it's going by fast. I feel like right now we got a good foundation set to finish the year strong. So I'm just really want to encourage all agents, whether you're watching this on the replay or live with us here today, to really maybe dig into your goals, get into that pen and paper, get some quiet time by yourself, figure out what you want, take a look at Google Calendar, figure out what days you're willing to dedicate to get what you want, and let's get after it because this business is a lot funner when you're in the flow. And I guess what I mean by in the flow, Nate, is they're making sales every week, they're getting new leads every week, and they're creating deposits every week. You know what I mean about that, Nate, about the flow? Like, what are like top three tips you give somebody to get into that flow state?
Um, just show up every day, and that's one thing. And then, protect your selling time. I mean, that's something I'm constantly working on. I've talked about it a few times on here, but just like, protect that selling time. Don't get distracted by things that you can put off for another time. I mean, watching videos and trainings and responding to certain emails, all that stuff is great. That's all stuff that we need to do and should do. But, I think prioritizing, putting that stuff off, for a nighttime or early morning or, if we can, obviously if it's a pressing email, something we need to get back to, it's holding up commission or license, contracting or something like that. But yeah, just show up, man. Be intentional. That's the main thing.
I love it. This month's gonna go fast. If you go ahead and take a look at the calendar really quick, um, and kind of map it out, right? So it looks like we got 4 full weeks. So this is a start. This is the first full week of Monday through Friday, and then the month lines up with four Monday through Fridays. So as you're kind of reverse engineering what your submit goal is, right, and what your income goal is, just take a look at the calendar. That'd be my suggestion. Take a look 5, 6 weeks ahead, map out your family stuff, the stuff that's non-negotiable for you not to miss that's outside of insurance, right? And then just make the plan within the white space, to help you hit your income goals. I'm really excited this morning, Nate, to introduce everybody to Monica. Monica, you on with us?
Yes, I am. Good morning.
Good morning. There you are. I'm super glad that you're here with us. I want to introduce everybody to Monica Rasso. Am I saying your last name right? Please tell me.
Yeah, that's right. You're
Okay, I
good.
love it. I love it. So right when I heard you on the phone, the first couple times I heard you on the phone, I could tell already that you're really good. A lot of agents say they sold a lot of insurance in the past. I know you have, like, and just by listening to you is very evident of that. When did you get your license?
Um, End of 2016.
Oh, another 2016 person. I think there's
Yep.
quite a few of us that started right around then.
Yep.
Okay,
Pre-COVID paper apps,
cool.
door knocking, all the things.
What were you doing just prior to insurance?
I was a marketing manager for a construction company, so I got very good on the phone. I was booking a schedule for 30 sales reps on a daily basis, running their internet, TV leads, you know, all the things. And so I was making other people millions of dollars. And then I saw an opportunity to build something for myself and ended up in insurance.
Okay, and it's my understanding you've always done the lead game, basically buy leads, call the leads, serve the people. That's been your style, right?
That is my, for sure, my go-to and a referral collection. Yes.
Very cool, very cool. What's something that's different now that has changed? Like what's different now?
I have the ability to be more hybrid than I used to. I only knew in-home. And so COVID changed that. So the technology over the last several years, being able to do the telesales, which is more of a, I'm trying to think of the best word, but more of a funnel model. You have to build that pipeline up over time, right? Constant follow up, all the things you really have to dial that in, and time management schedule, the technology, CRMs. So I'm able to like do that from home in bed, or I can go in the field and run an in home face to face. So that to me is wonderful. I was able to do a blend of that last week. It was so nice. Yeah,
That's super cool. So you had a little break from insurance for a second?
I did. um, so everybody goes through ups and downs in the business, right? After 8 years, you're definitely going to have quite a few. I've quit. I've done things that, I wish I could take back, but I've also grown a lot. I took a step back for about 3.5 months, 4 months, and sold some cars. I needed clarity. I needed to figure out who I was. Um, and after working like 100 hours every 2 weeks, killing it in car sales, sure, but never seeing my family, never having flexibility. Um, I said, okay, Stephen, and Nick is my other mentor right now. If you guys know Nick Early. And I said, I'm ready. I'm coming back. I can't do this anymore.
Welcome back home. Welcome home.
Yeah, man, I missed it a lot.
I think once you hit a certain level in sales with insurance, whether you have up and downs after that, you always remember like what it's like to live in that moment, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So welcome back home. I'm super excited to work with you. And so you came back in, I think there was only a couple 250 leads laying around, and I threw a couple of them in there, and then you booked an in-home, and then you went to the in-home the next day and closed around 2,500. Is that kind
Yep.
of a rough broad brush of what happened?
Pretty much. It was like two live data leads, the 250 leads. Age leads are my niche. I've been working them for like 5 years. So this is real time, which was nice. Really high intent, loved it, easy to book, easy to sit down with the family, and felt really good to have a win right away. But to serve a family, I guess, would be the biggest win.
I
It,
love
it
it.
meant a lot to me. Yeah.
Cool. Well, I didn't know if you knew you were going to do this, but call me really quick, okay? I'm the lead. You're just going to give me your base in-home book, okay? You're just going to book the in-home, get to the house. That's it. So,
Okay.
ring, ring. Hello?
Hey, Stephen.
Yeah.
Hey, Stephen, Monica here with Mortgage Protection Group. Hey, don't hang up. I'm not a telemarketer. Real quick here. I'm reaching out to all the local families that I've been helping over the last 2 years. Your name is on the top of the list. Before we close out your file, did you guys ever get that information for 123 Jones Street on the home mortgage?
Yeah, it was a long time
Okay.
ago, but
So I can update your case. What's the status of the case? When was the last time one of my agents did a review with you?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Okay. Well, let me just verify. It looks like you guys owe 125,000 on the home approximately. Is that accurate?
About there.
Okay, great. And it says you were 52 years young at the time. Have you had a birthday since then, Stephen?
Yeah, I'm 53 now.
Okay, good deal. And if it's okay, I just need to know, are you a smoker? Do you have any major health issues?
No, not smoker.
Oh, that's great. Good lifestyle choice. What about your wife? It says that she's 60. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay, good deal. So what I'm going to do is pop by do a quick 15-minute review with you guys, make sure that everything's taken care of. If everything is supposed to be exactly the way it is, we'll leave it that way. Okay. If not, we can offer you some recommendations, no obligation. So it looks like I have Tuesday or Wednesday available. What's your schedule normally like?
We're retired.
Oh, nice. That's wonderful. Well, I'll tell you what, I've got a little bit of time. Tomorrow will be at either 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock. Which would you prefer?
Mm, better do the 11.
Okay. And so you're sure that you will both be available at 11 o'clock? That'll work for both of you.
Yeah, we'll be here.
Okay. Just want to confirm I'm super busy. I help 20 families a week and I want to make sure you're a priority. I'll show up for you as long as you can say you're going to do the same. Does that sound fair?
Sounds good.
Okay. Good deal. What's a good email address so that I can confirm this information?
Steven, I like to buy insurance at gmail.com.
Awesome. So I got this down. I'm going to give you a window of time. I'm going to show up between 11 and 12 because I'm so busy. I might be helping another family and finishing up. Does that sound good for you?
Okay, sounds good.
Okay, good deal. So I'll see you tomorrow at 11 a.m. You folks have a great day.
I like that. I like that. Do you know I heard in
I'm
there?
just assertive. I'm running a business. We're business people. I don't have time. I want to get this out. I want to review it. I'm a professional. It's all about tone and posture. The people that give me a hard time, okay, can you send me something in the mail? Nope, I don't fit in the mailbox. What's better, Tuesday or Wednesday? Just keep going. Just keep reconfirming the information. It's just a knee-jerk reaction
I
90%
love that.
of the time.
So that's kind of your base, like mortgage protection, in-home appointment set. What
Yep.
I heard is you've been no-showed before.
Oh, yeah.
And so I heard little things in there where you're trying to tie it down and lock it down. If somebody's newer on here, they might not have picked up on that. But can you talk about the tie down and what you did
Yeah.
before?
So when you're booking appointments, there's four key things. So the word best. So be busy. E, establish the reason for the call. S is set the time, and T is tie it down. Tying it down is everything, especially if you're in telesales, because you can book 20 appointments and probably sell 8 to 10 if they all show up, right? So your job is to get more people to show up, and get really good at following up. But if I'm doing an in-home and I'm driving 30 minutes away, I'm going to say, hey, I'm going to be here between this time and this time. Are you sure this works for you? No, just me. My wife's not going to be there. Okay. When's the time that both of you will be there? Because I'm sure you guys make decisions together, right? Oh, yeah, we do. Of course, I want your time's valuable. So is mine. How about we do tomorrow instead? Like you want to make sure that, because if you don't get the opportunity to do it with both of them, it may kill the sale. You don't know what's going to happen. You want to make sure that you're doing it the right way the first time and confirming it, locking it down. Yeah.
Very
Don't be
cool.
afraid to. I'll say the time in the day 3-4 times sometimes.
Yeah, I think the best scripts are like honed over time, and normally it's the objections that we couldn't overcome or the mistakes that we made in our pitch and we realized that hey, we led them off track and now I got to try to bring them back on track. And so how can I avoid that next time, And so
Right.
when I listen to you, that's what I hear experience. Can you talk about your style in the house? Like
Sure.
can you give us a few minutes on that? Maybe kind of how you decide where to sit, how you set up, kind of your psychology on that process, and
Sure.
then maybe how you open up into the
Um, so for me, whether it's in home or on the phone, the ABCs of closing, people are always taught, always be closing. It's totally the opposite. And that's what I've learned over time is to always be, getting people to feel calm and to feel safe, right? Always be disarming them. It's ABD of closing. And so I'll sit down and just say, hey, I'm here to be honest with you today. Is that okay? Can I ask some hard questions that are going to be difficult for both of us so that I can just help you the best? Is that okay? Make it go a lot faster. And they're like, sure, we appreciate that. They already know. I told them on the phone, I'm just going to review what you got going on. So tell me, why am I here today? Why did you fill out the form? What are your goals and what questions do you have of me? And I'll let them talk and I just listen. The urge is to talk, you know what I mean? And I'm good at that. And I used to be real good at that. And I was telling people what to buy instead of them choosing it. So high probability questions like, what do you want to do? What's important to you and your family? What are your goals? Let's talk about your budget. Break it down. What does your situation look like? I kill off a family member. That's what I do. Or I kill them off and I show them what the next 6 months of their life is going to look like to a year. Are your kids going to move schools? Are you going to lose your home? What's the goal? Is it to stay in the home? Or do you just want basic cremation expenses? Do you not care about your kids? Some people don't. Bury me in the backyard. I've heard it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So
Did
you
you
just have to find out what's important to them. They'll tell you what's important to them. And I make it very clear in the beginning. I'm just here to customize a program to fit your needs. I can do that by working with hundreds of companies. and I've a decade worth of experience. How can I help you? You know, let them feel like it's about them. People want to talk about themselves. They'll tell you how to sell them.
I love it. How was your start in insurance? Did you come out on fire or did it take you a few months or what was kind of the beginning? I didn't know you then.
So I started off captive. I sold my first policy. I didn't really struggle because I had the phone skills. I knew how to book an appointment. I knew how to lock it out an appointment. I knew how to build rapport, all those things. I managed doctor schedules, neurologist schedules, like plastic surgeon schedules. I have a degree in office management. And so my skills on the phone were really high level. And so if you know how to talk to people and just make a friend, it's an easy transition. It was for me anyway. So it's
Okay.
not that way for everybody.
Yeah. I think I'm just scanning kind of who's on the meeting over on the right. I can see the list, you know what I mean? And I feel like we got a mix of agents that have been around for a little while, and some brand new people to insurance as well, just trying to figure it out. For me, I guess I've never been confused about the need for leads. I think it would be a lot different game for me if I didn't always love leads, Was it weird for you to buy leads at first? What was that like when you were brand new?
Yeah, I mean, it was weird for us. I mean, we had like leads given to us first captive. Like, I mean, here, 8 million people have called these people. So I just went and show up at their house. I didn't call them, I just showed up. I'm adding to what you already have. Let's review. I didn't have to start buying leads until maybe 6 months to a year into it. I was referral basing my business so much. But yeah, it was different. I had a mentor who would like make himself a lot of money by buying all my leads and taking an override. And then I was paying him, a percentage of the lead cost. I really screwed myself my first year in the business. Still made it on all the carrier trips, but I didn't know that. I had to learn those things the hard way and what being taken advantage of is like when you're a high performer. People see that. Um, and so I started buying leads and I got really successful. And I knew it was a part. The more you spend, the more you invest in your business, the more successful you're going to be. You need people to talk to. It's a part of the business. Like when people say they don't want to leads, I don't have time to talk to you if you don't want to go to work. How are you going to find someone to talk to? Do you know how to generate a lead? Probably not. You going to go sell to your whole family? Probably not. My own family doesn't buy insurance from me, but strangers trust me with everything.
Mm,
And they will share my business all over social media. I have fans all over the country that have never met me face to face.
yeah,
So, I mean, the lead game, you have to have a blend of both. You really do. And you got to get good at it.
I
It's
love
a
it.
work.
And you've been around long enough that I'm sure you've worked many types of leads, right?
Yeah.
What's lead variety mean to you? Like, what's it mean?
So, a blend of final expense to work during the day in home. You can also do telesales is nice. Cost is good if you can get. I love working age leads too. There's always somebody that needs to be helped or was not served correctly. They have the wrong stuff, guys. These families need us, you know. Mortgage protection is my niche because I find annuities, things like that in it. A lot of advanced market opportunities. So I like a blend of both. You can work in the evening more with mortgage protection. You're sitting with people that are easier to qualify. There's still the health issues and all the stuff, but they have an income, they have a mortgage, less chargebacks, higher AP volume, higher ROI. If you're getting leads in your area, I like to do that. I also telesale, but you're going to get a higher return on investment. I don't care if it's a digital lead, I don't care if it's a mailer. Um, if you can go out and knock, book all the appointments, all the laydowns, and go out and knock everything else, your return of investment is going to be tenfold, and your retention is going to be much higher because you're going to hand deliver these policies, go out and collect referrals, make a really good friend for life. So you're going to make more money off of every sale.
I love it. And so we can literally help you guys create a strategy based on how you want your life to look, how you want your business to look, how you want your day to look. For instance, if you're doing telesales, like I would get ready to get your butt numb, sit in the chair and sit there all day and hammer the phone, work yourself into some live transfers. If you're doing in-homes, there's different strategies on running them, but if you're running final expense, they're easier to book. They're older people, they're home in the daytime. We can mix in some mortgage protection. Generally, those people might still be working. You gotta fill them in the evening. And so different lead types can lead different strategies. The way you decide to run your business, whether that's in-home or telesales, then we can strategize a game plan and sales cycles around that. Monica, what's your goal in May?
Um, okay, so I think I'm already at almost 10,000 for my first 4 days back. I'm very proud of that.
Good job. Drop 7 in the chat for Monica. Welcome
I
back.
did probably in car sales, I did more in one day than in insurance than I did in car sales for the month. So I would say 20 minimum. That's probably not giving myself enough credit.
Probably
Yes,
not, but I know it
20.
felt so good when you left that house, right? Can you tell us that? Like, what was the feeling like when you were getting in your car and you're driving away from your first in-home back to the game? What was that like?
Um, like I was myself again. I was in my sweet spot. It felt comfortable. Um, it felt good to help a family and to get a hug at the end. Like this means a lot to us. You did a really good thing for us. Thank you. We can't wait to see you again. They trusted me. It felt very good.
I trust you.
Yeah.
You guys trust Monica. She got a trusting personality. Drop a 2 in the chat if you feel it. Like, if you know why Monica is somebody that people buy insurance from instead of somebody that sells insurance. Did you pick up on that earlier? What she said earlier is really good. After a while, I think everybody goes through an evolution to where when we're brand new, we're trying to be perfect in the script and find this and find that and find this. And after a while, it's just like, I just need to shut up, ask the right question, and guide the client to tell me what I need to hear. And what I need to hear is what they need to hear to make a decision to buy the insurance. So everything that you're doing is just getting them to decide to buy the insurance, right,
Yeah.
Monica?
Absolutely. Every question I ask has a reason. If, quality questions get quality answers.
Hmm. Did you ever go through a point in your career where you felt like, do you know what? No, you ain't ready for the numbers. I ain't giving you the numbers yet because I don't even feel like you want the life insurance yet? So I'm gonna ask you some more questions. Have you like just stopped and said, wait a second, I need to like ask more questions. There's not enough value built here yet. They haven't talked about their beneficiary enough yet. I don't even know like
Yeah.
enough yet. Like, how do you reset that meeting, whether it's on the
I
phone or in the
stop. So
house?
I'll close my laptop. I could be writing an application. I'll close it. Well, you feel uneasy. Let's stop and talk about this, right? Like let's take it down. My tonality changes. I start using mirroring techniques, things like that to calm them down, ask them more genuine questions. I'll ask for a glass of water for the difficult people. Can I get a glass of water, Tom? He's sitting there rambling on or being a difficult person, like non trusting. Give me a glass of water. I reassert control every time.
I
If
love
I'm
it.
on the phone, I'll do that. I'm sorry, Bob. I need to go take a quick break and get a glass of water. I'll be back in about 2 seconds. Don't hang up. See if they'll listen. You know what I mean? But to build value, I mean, you should have a sales process. It's going to go off course. Of course, there's no perfect script to a conversation with a human being. You should be hearing things like, why am I here? Like, what is their why? Did you lose a family member? What was that like? Have you ever had that? Have you thought about if something, happened and somebody crossed a double yellow line tomorrow and you don't wake up? What does the next 6 months look for your family financially? Can you stay in the home, Peggy, without his income? I mean, those are the questions you have. People buy emotionally and with logic. You have to have both. You have to have both. It's an emotional sale. Life insurance is what it is. Life insurance has to be sold for a reason. It's not transactional for a reason. So,
That's so good. I'm so excited to work with you the rest of 2025 and see how big we can grow this thing. And
yeah, man.
you're super valued here. We love that you're here with us. Anything you could say to, man, this might hurt some people. If it does, then maybe it's a mirror check. But what do we say to people that show up to all the trainings, never really take action? I want to help them, Monica. I want to be like, if I could, I would be there with them and just grab them, throw them in my car, and go knock on someone's door or something, you know?
Right?
How can you, what would you say to somebody that maybe it's, to me, it's fear probably, but lack of belief, you know, feeling like you don't know enough. But do you remember being there? Like, how does somebody break through that? What would you say
Sure.
to those people?
So I'll tell you this. I mean, when I started in the business, you downloaded some rate calculators and you had bins of folders and paper underwriting guides and fax things to the carriers. I mean, you didn't know what you were doing. You just did it. Just start. Just pick up the phone. Activity fixes everything. I just did it and I figured it out. And I had people to ask around me. I would call my product specialist in the home. I would call my product specialist when I'm live on the phone. My product specialist has all the answers. Let them qualify your client. Reach out to your upline. Reach up and out for help, period. Like I'm still growing. I've grown teams. I've done all sorts of things, whatever. I am never not growing. And if I'm not, it's because I'm not moving. Action fixes every problem in your business. Activity fixes everything in your business. Tracking your activity now, that's a game changer. Are you doing that? How many dial? What's your lead level for the week? How much did you spend? How many leads did you get? How many contacts did you make? What's your sit ratio? What's your care ratio? So when you place the business, how much of it's staying on the books? If you can dial in your numbers on a 90-day strategy, I can look at your numbers and tell you exactly what you need to fix. It's you got a closing problem. You're saying something on the phone. Your phone number is probably blocked. Like easy things. Make sure check in with your mentor. If you're not talking to your mentor every day, like off and on all day, something's wrong. Right? Borrow their confidence until you can have your own. We all started raw, didn't know a thing,
Hmm.
you know.
It's
There's
so
people
good.
around you that want to help you win, right?
Yeah, for sure.
The people that want to help you win will show up for you.
And I really genuinely think like we got a really good opportunity right now to help those people on a day to day, like all day throughout the day while they're doing the thing, you know, because we don't have 5,000 agents. We don't have 1,000 agents. We don't have 10,000 agents, you know? And so plug in. Monica, thanks so much. Everybody, if y'all got some value out of this, like show her some love in the chat. I thought it was really, really good.